What's up, guys? DSEC28 here. Welcome to pretty much a driving vlog. I'm going to work. This is what I'm thinking about doing, is like, because it takes me about 20 minutes to get to work, like having little talks of random events that are going on. I made a video about, the election in the United States twice, and my fucking phone, I'm not gonna blame Apple for this, but I'm not gonna blame anyone for this, but because it's only 16 gig, because T-Mobile only provided me with a 16 gig, so it's kind of their fault. But no, because of that, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, thank you very much. He was trying to signal right when I was next to him. But I made the video twice about the election, and sorry my hair's not made. I always make it just at work when I go. And I made it twice, but yeah, the first time it started doing in slow motion, so the video was like 80 minutes long, and it was, I don't know, it was weird. But the first time that's what happened, so I had to delete that one. Made the second one, kind of didn't like how it turned out, and it did cut off like in the middle of it. So I'm just gonna make a new one. I'm using the front-facing camera, so it might not look as good as the rear-facing, obviously, but it's the only way I can really see if everything's working and if everything is good. So, sorry, I was trying to see the police behind me. So I kind of want to touch up on that subject again. Donald Trump won. I know it's like been a week. Honestly, being a foreigner in this country, being a refugee pretty much, I'm not scared. I think honestly, I think he'll do, I don't want to say a good job, but I think he'll do okay. He's a smart guy. Like, I didn't vote, and before you start, oh my gosh, how can you talk about politics if you're not voting? I vote for local stuff, but I never vote for federal, as in like the presidency. The reasoning is because of where I live. Honestly, there's no point of voting where I live. If you're gonna vote Republican, then you're fine, because I live in Idaho, and it's like literally everyone's Republican here. Where I live in Boise, it's more like Democratic, or Democrat, I guess. But there's just no point in me voting. I would have voted personally. I don't know. I think I would have voted for Hillary, just because the only reasoning this is like literally the only reason here, is because she has a political background, which is kind of a pro and con, because one, like, politics is it's an iffy thing. Like, Donald Trump, it's so weird saying his name that he's our president, but he's a business guy, and I feel like he'll be good for our economy if he does everything properly. There's already headlines going on that he's pretty much like taking off all the shit that he said to get in the position he's at, like the Muslim banning bullshit, all the racist bigotry he said. It's pretty much kind of gone. He's gonna keep parts of Obamacare. I honestly think he's gonna do fine. I'm not scared of Donald Trump. I'm not scared of anyone really, but like, I'm not fearing that this country's gonna go into turmoil because of Donald Trump. I think we're gonna go into turmoil. Well, I don't think we're gonna go into turmoil, but if we do, I think the reasoning is gonna be because of, I'm not gonna say Trump supporters, because technically now I'm a Trump supporter because I kind of have to support, my president. And I'm scared of those people, like hardcore Trump supporters, as in like racist people. That's the people I'm afraid of. Like, not for personally me, because everyone thinks I'm white. I don't look like I'm a foreigner. I'm not black, or I'm not like, Arabic, like Middle Eastern or Indian or Japanese or Chinese, whatever I am. I don't look like that. I just look like pretty much like a regular white dude. So for me, it's not like, oh, you know, I'm gonna get labeled and stuff. And yeah, like I come from another country and stuff like that, and I do only have my citizenship here, but I'm not like, I don't think people should be scared. People in general should be scared of Donald Trump, but they should be scared of the people that like hardcore support him, not because of him, but because of the bullshit racist stuff he said. Which honestly, I don't think he's gonna be like, I don't think he's racist or anything like that. Yeah, I know he said some fucked up things, but in his past, he never had one racist comment. Like, yeah, he had like the locker talk bullshit and stuff. It's like, you think he's the only one? Really? You really think he's the only one who's ever done that? I highly fucking doubt it. So, a lot of freaking people do it, and I think, like, he's never had a racist comment, like, at least to my knowledge. Like, I haven't done super deep research on it, but up to my knowledge, he hasn't said, like, he hasn't had, like, any, like, kind of like, Mel Gibson, you know how he had his racist thing, and he went pretty down on that. But sorry if it's kind of loud. I'm like, this is like a 50-mile-per-hour road. Ooh, a 911. Fuck, I want it. Can you see it? Oh, I just passed by it quick. But I just don't think he's gonna be. He just doesn't have that racist background to him. Like, he's just never been that way. I honestly think he used that as a propulsion to get. Holy shit, that's a lot of traffic. I think he honestly used that to get to a propulsion to actually get into the position that he wanted to be in, which is the presidency. See, because he's a smart guy. I honestly think he like started saying that stuff, and then like his numbers spiked. And we're like, holy shit! Like his whole candidacy, election, whatever they're called, the people that like help him for the election process, his like staff. I honestly think they use that as a weapon to get to where they're at. Like, they probably realize, holy shit, there's a lot of fucking retards in this country. Let's use them to get to where we're at. Kind of like how a lot of most Democrats, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, try to get the black vote, try to get the gay vote, try to get like the foreign vote in general. And I think that's what they did with them. I think they just used the racist vote to get where they're at, because for now, he's kind of switched up all of his policies and stuff, and I honestly think we're going to do okay. It's just the people that are the fucking ones that kind of ruin it. And it's not just the right. It's not just the Trump supporters. It's the super left people, too. This country's so divided. It's not really in the middle. It's so right or it's so left. For example, on my Facebook, this guy that I went to school with, he puts a video up of a Trump supporter getting his ass kicked by a bunch of black people. And if you click on the video, you're like, holy shit, like, these black people are fucked up for attacking this guy that's just standing there and being a Trump supporter. You're like, holy shit. And like the comment is like, oh, look at this, like, this is why they should be slaves and all that, bullshit. And I comment, I'm like, because the actual video starts with the guy, the Trump supporter, the older guy in the video, calling these black people like niggers and stuff like that, like saying all this stuff, and it's like, of course he deserves it. Like, I comment, I'm like, hey, before you post random bullshit and propaganda, you should, do some research and see why this guy got his ass kicked. And I was like, he should deserve more. And then I, hit that comment, and then I commented right after. I was like, if you're gonna post Trump propaganda, I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit. But post Trump like Hillary propaganda too, with a Trump supporter being completely racist to a black person or to a gay person, or whatever the case is. Post that side too. Don't just post one side. And that's the issue with this country, because obviously no one's gonna see his shit, except his friends list. But the news outlets are exactly the same way. The big one was shootings, with like police shootings. I honestly haven't even heard of one anymore, because the news has been just on the presidency, just because the news goes to where the money is at. And there hasn't been any, at least to my knowledge, of watching the news, or even like just being on my phone and just looking through news. I remember seeing so much shit about shootings. Like, that's all it was during the summer. Oh, this fucking white person shot this black person, racist cop, all the way through. And now it's not even, it's like it's fucking gone. It's like, oh, it's never happened before and it never will happen again. It's like that's just the problem with this country. It's so far left. And with that, it was never about black on black police shootings, never on black on white police shootings, Mexican on white, Mexican on black, black on Mexican, white on Mexican, whatever it was never on that. It was always white to black, because that's where, that's pretty much how Black Lives Matter started. That's how pretty much everything started, just because the news outlets aren't properly guiding the people of where our country is at. And that's the big issue with this. It's like, this country is so divided, and it's just that fucking problem. That problem alone, the division of this country, is what's gonna take us down the fucking wormhole on this one. Honestly, I didn't vote for Trump, but I think, obviously, he's not my president bullshit, like, grow the fuck up. He is. There's no point of protesting for losing. Like, that's like saying, like, like, the fucking Cavs won last year. Oh, I'm gonna protest it. It wasn't fair. The Warriors should have won. Or like, oh, the Cleveland Indians lost the World Series. The Chicago Cubs should have lost that when they were down 3-1. The protest isn't gonna do shit. If you get like all 365 million people in this country protesting the Cubs should have won or the Warriors should have won, it's not gonna change one fucking thing. He won fair and square, and that's that. Honestly, I hate, like, it just, I'm up for protesting. I understand, like, for marijuana rights, for gay rights. That's cool, because you're trying to change a policy. You're trying to change a certain law. But you can't change the fucking president for him not doing anything technically wrong. He has free speech just the way you do. He can say whatever the fuck he wants to say. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. That's the way this country runs. You can't take him out for saying something. Like, yeah, if he does something when he's in his presidency and does something like against the Constitution or something, then start protesting, then get him off for impeachment, whatever. But you can't protest for losing. You can't. Like, there's just, it's not gonna change shit. And all this, it's just such a frustrating thing. Like, people, and the thing, the protesters are all these fucking retard kids that go to college and shit. They're not fucking protesting for the goddamn government. They're protesting not to go to class. Like, the same shit happened during my high school days. We would, well, I wouldn't, but like, the school would be protesting of some random bullshit. Like, I know one time it was like marijuana rights and all that stuff. I'm like, you're not fucking there for that shit. Like, you don't care. One, you can't even fucking vote. So no one gives a shit about what your fucking thought is about anything about politics. Why the fuck are you doing this? You're literally doing it just not to go to class. So get the fuck out and, like, just go die. No, I'm not that mean, but I'm being serious. It's just so stupid. It just makes no sense. It's like you're protesting for nothing, and you're wasting everyone's time, because you are wasting everyone's time. You're wasting police's time for not actually responding to fucking actual domestic violences and fucking rapes and shit like that. They're not doing that because they're fucking going to those protests. And then you got them blocking traffic and stuff like that, and now people are just driving, and now they're getting late to work because of that bullshit. Like, you're wasting literally everyone's time. Stop it. He is our president, and he won fair and square. There's nothing wrong with that. And yes, to like people that are listening to this, oh, this guy's just a Trump supporter, and he fucking go. It's a yield. It's the stop for them. God, people are dumb. But no wonder you drive a fucking cross-tour Accord, the fucking ugliest car ever made. Why would you spend money on that? Anyways, but yeah, that's all I really kind of wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about that. I'm here pretty much at work right now, so kind of have to go. But that's pretty much all I want to say. I think I'm going to do these talks about random current events that have been going on. I'm just going to put my side to the story. They might not be 15 minutes long, but yeah, the presidency, that's what I look at it. Oh yeah, and anyways, the Trump supporter thing, I'm not a Trump supporter. Like, I'm not. Like, he said some fucked up things. I don't care about the law talk. I'm fucking cussing right now. I can say pussy, I can say cunt, I can say whatever I want. I don't care. You know, the physical things he's done though, like saying, you know, grab him by the pussy and all that stuff. It's fucking, like, it's funny to just think about it, that a president, like, you know, whatever, but it's like, it fucking happens. Like, and no, the physical shit, like, that's fucked up. That's what I don't like about it, all that. But his talk and all that shit that he said, honestly, I don't care. Like, if that's your views, that's your views. And if it got you where it got you, shit, you're fucking, I guess you're a lucky guy, because I'm pretty sure if I said that shit, wouldn't go the same way. But that's all I really want to talk about. Thank you guys for joining me. So yeah, the presidency, I didn't vote because of the, you know, my Republican state, and I would have voted for Hillary if anything, which our state, I think, got like a 30% Democrat, 70% Republican, like always. So there's really no point in me standing in line and putting one more vote in, because when the fucking popular vote doesn't even count, honestly, I fucking hate the voting system in this country, but that's a different story. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, hit the like button down below. If you guys want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below. And yeah, you guys have a wonderful and beautiful day. DSEC208's out.